What did you see out of your?
Man, our kids just battled. We've really worked on that the last 3 days. It just, we knew we were going to see velocity tonight. So, I'll credit some old guys that came out and helped us out. They'll know who they are. And then our coaches we had that thing about 40 feet throwing as hard as we could, just try to get our kids ready. And I thought, man, they battled and they really were disciplined about being in the zone. And I thought it really paid off offensively for us.
On the pitching side, they got the leadoff runner on 6 of 7 innings.
Yeah.
He held him to 3 of 18 with runners in scoring position. What did you see out of your pitcher?
Well, I think Nate would tell you he didn't have his best stuff tonight. But, man, did he battle for, 4 or 5 innings there. He made some big pitches with runners on, and that's stuff you just can't teach. He's a gamer, and we had 2 younger ones come in. That was another sophomore and another freshman that came in after him, and they did one heck of a job just staying in the zone, staying within themselves, and making great pitches.
Did you not want to do the bleach hair tradition this time? What's going on?
Problem is mine's white already, so I don't think it really helps that much. But no, they made me grow the stash, so that's the best I got, guys.
You've had 1 error throughout the entire postseason. Just clean.
Oh no! Did you just jinx us? No, no. Our kids have been really good all year. They just make plays. We had a couple mishaps tonight that I feel like we should have, played a little bit better, been a little bit more heads up. But at the same time, man, when it comes down to it, it comes down to crunch time. We really seem to play well, and they play well beyond their years.
2 championship appearances in 4 years is a pretty special thing for any program. Just what's that say about you guys?
We really challenge these kids all year long. I've said it several times now in interviews that we felt like our kids could be really good by the end, and man, they just matured so fast. We had a ton of people here tonight. We had a ton of ex-players that showed up at the quarterfinal, showed up at practice the last few days. So I think they understand the weight of the tradition that they're carrying, and I think they absolutely embraced it. So
it bothered me after the district championship when you said you wished that you were on the same level as, in the same conversation as the Willards and the Nixas, and you guys definitely are.
Man, we're always going to play with that chip on our shoulder. Those are some elite programs. Those are some elite coaches that do a heck of a job. So just to be mentioned in that category, man, we'll absolutely take that. But at the same time, we're ascribing to that success and that tradition, and it's just a fun time when our kids kind of accept that and play with that.
What's it like to have so many fans here supporting you guys?
It's awesome. You turn around and look and how loud, much louder our crowd is, and playing at home, or I should say playing in Ozark, but basically at home, it's just a heck of a time. A lot of people, we had a bunch of our youth teams sitting in the front rows. So just hearing them get excited, and hopefully that transpires to them, and that they want to do this same thing year after year after year. It's pretty fun, So.
What's going to be your message to this team? A lot of them were watching in the stands, or some of those seniors sitting in the dugout. What's your message to these boys?
It's just, man, we're going to go back to work tomorrow. We're going to do everything that we normally do. Nothing changes. Obviously they're going to know it's a big game, but at the same time, we're just going to do what we do. We'll hit in the morning. We'll do everything that we did today. Just a little bit later date. I think we play at a little later time tomorrow. So we'll come in and we'll just plug away and do our thing.
How many autographs are you going to have to sign if you win tomorrow? You think about that?
The wiffle ball was pretty tough there, but I tried. I tried real hard. But no, it's just awesome. I told our kids to be ready for that. Our community is a pretty tight-knit community. We've had a really, really tough week. A real high and a real low. And so we're always thinking about, those kids and some of the stuff that's gone on. And, I think that's one of those things we've all realized, that life is a lot bigger than baseball. We want to make it really important, but there's a lot more important things in life. So we're going to go out there and try to play with the chip on our shoulder and be excited and have a good time playing tomorrow.